Hi everyone, this video will help you on filling out BIR Form 1905. This is to be filed whenever a taxpayer has to change or update the business registration, cancel or deregister the TIN, or even for replacement of lost documents. Submission and filing of the form must be made at the Revenue District Office having jurisdiction over the place of business, either branch or head office. Let us now discuss the mandatory fields to be filled up in the form. Remember to fill in applicable spaces and mark all appropriate boxes with an X. January 2018, ENCS, is the latest version of Form 1905. Part 1 is the taxpayer's information. Input the existing tax identification number including the branch code, if applicable. Then the RDO number where the TIN is registered, contact number and the full name of the taxpayer. Moving on with Part 2. The following are the reason for update by the taxpayer. First is replacement or cancellation of forms, next is correction or change or update of registration information, then closure of business or cancellation of registration, change of civil status, application of books of accounts and other updates or correction. Following through, Item 5 of Part 2 is for replacement or cancellation of documents. It is specified in the form the kind of records and the causes of replacement or cancellation. If the document and reason is not listed, you may put such in the space provided. Item 6 of Part 2 deals with other updates. As we can see in the form, fields to be filled up depend on the update to be made by the taxpayer. To continue, Item 7A must be filled up when there is a change or update in the business registered name or trade name. Just input the old and new name of the business. Details supplied should match the DTI or other applicable certifications. Item 7B on the other hand is for the update in business address. Please input the new business address for amended documents or certifications. Also, please note that if the new business office is not within the jurisdiction of the current RDO, input the new RDO code to be transferred to. Item 7C pertains to change in accounting period. As a recap, taxpayers are applying calendar period whenever their last day of taxable year ends on December 31st. Alternatively, if the company's taxable year ends on any of the month, this is to be considered as fiscal period. Changes made on the accounting period should be accompanied by SEC-approved amended bylaws. Item 7D must be filled up when there is change or addition to the taxpayer's registered activities. As an example, a registered insurance agent becoming an online entrepreneur should file 1905 for addition or change of its line of business. This is also to be accompanied by DTI or other certifications applicable. Item 7E is for the update or added facility type. Again, these are business offices without sales activity. Just input the details of the new facility address, if applicable. Next is Item 7F. This is for the updates and the tax incentives granted to taxpayers. You may ask assistance from the BIR personnel in completing these fields, just provide the necessary certifications. Item 7G is for the update of tax types. Example, on initial registration, the company's expected sales for the year will not exceed $3 million. However, during third quarter, transactions have increased drastically, which will result to an accumulated sales of more than $3 million. Thus, the taxpayer is required to update his registered tax type from non-VAT to VAT, and it is to be filed through Form 1905. Next is Item 7H and I. These must be filled up when there is change in contact information as well as on the details of the authorized representative of the taxpayer. This is necessary for the filing of returns and receiving of BIR notices. For changes or updates in stockholders, members, or partners of a business, fill up Item 7J. Input their full name or registered name, per amended documents, as well as their tax identification number. Item 8 is for cancellation of registration, including branches and head office of a business. It is already specified in the form the reasons for deregistration, just tick the appropriate item. If specific cause is not identified, you may write it down in the space provided. Most common update is the change in status of a taxpayer. Item 9 should be filled up for this case. Spouse information is also needed. If employed, include details of the spouse's employer, its name and TIN. For taxpayers registering their manual books of accounts, please fill up Item 10. Usual books required for non-VAT taxpayers are the General Journal and General Ledger. Input in the form the quantity of books to be registered as well as the volume numbers. In addition, date of registration should be the actual date of application of books. For other corrections or updates to be made that were not specified in the form, please fill up Item 11. Lastly, don't forget to affix your full name and signature in item 12. Again, we thank everyone for listening and watching this video. You may reach us through the following contact details for any tax concerns. Thank you and stay safe.